Hey guys, it's Steph. Welcome back to the Cantina. Please remember, you know what to do. Tip those wiki bartenders 20%. No droids or bounty hunters. Blah blah blah. No trolls. I will deal with you. So well. Anyway, I just wanted to talk a little bit about because I'm live and I'm bored. Waiting for dinner to cook. Want to talk a little bit about something that's. Hey Dave, how you doing? Dave Pensack in the house. Want to talk a little bit about something that Ichibaka found. There's a hashtag on Twitter called "Hey Eric, Star Wars hates women." Hashtag SW hates women. It's going okay, Dave. It's going okay. Anyway, if you go to Disney Star Wars is dumb, and you look at Itchy's, I think it's his latest blog, and it's a bunch of Raylos and a bunch of feminazis. Oh, everything's going fine. Complaining about the fact that women don't get enough credit in Star Wars and attacking the current Lucasfilm. Okay. So you go through the tweets, and one girl was complaining about Kyle Ron dying and it disappointing all the female fans. Well, who exactly are they talking about? All right. Because I don't really know a lot of women in real life who really like Adam Driver in any way, shape, or form. Even when he's, built up, he's still a pasty faced, donkey faced dude. Okay. So, ugh. Another girl was going on and on about the Darth Revan 6-inch black series, which I got both. I got him as a Jedi and him as, Revan, Darth Revan, with both of his lightsabers. It's an okay. Yeah, women like, of course they do. They're taught to hate their fathers, Dave. Don't you know that? It's an okay figure. I'm not liking vinyl for the cloak at all. But it's a pretty cool figure. I mean, I like it. They're bitching that they didn't make Bastila Shan. But guess what they did? They made Jaina Solo, not a fucking peep. And then there's one whining about Leia wanting grandchildren and never having any because Disney canon sucks. She did in Legends, Alana Solo. And that book, Millennium Falcon, is a pretty damn good book. It's basically her story and her idea of taking Han and Leia on an adventure to find the Falcon's former owners as far as they could find them. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty interesting story, to be honest. And then one posted a picture of Padme in her casket, Shmi Skywalker dying, Leia, and anyway, it's pretty interesting that these people, they're not Star Wars fans. Okay, they have Dr. Aphra. They should be happy. She gets to torture. They're the one they hate the most, the true villain of all Star Wars, Han Solo. So it's like, what? They're just, to me, it's just so. But this is where we're at, all right, in society right now. The fact that we have these people bitching about stupid shit. Hey Frank, how you doing? It's really weird to me, and it's like there are tons of women in Star Wars. Darth Kreia, do you remember her? Did she or did she not actually try to control Darth Nihilus? I mean, am I imagining things? I mean, what was that about? they don't know much about Star Wars. They're going to complain, about, you know, Daddy Killer dying, all the other women dying, and it's just like, it's, you can tell you guys, all right, what's happening now, that they're starting to get bored of Star Wars and they'll leave. I mean, once I gave up on Star Wars when Ben died. Bye! See ya! Get the fuck out of here! You're gone! It's time for them to move on. When the sequel trilogy did not keep up the letter or the spirit of what Lucas built, and you liked it, you're not a Star Wars fan. I kicked someone out of my Facebook group because they were trying to defend Solo. How can you defend that shit? I don't understand, but people do. I mean, the thing I find funny, the thing I find really interesting is the fact that it's coming to a head, and you can see it's coming to a head. And we're gonna hopefully get back to where we need to be, even though I'm not really excited about Bo-Katan and Ahsoka Tano being in The Mandalorian. I like neither of them. I really don't like either of them. I prefer just straight OG stuff without the taint of whatever. But if they're only in one, I mean, you don't have to watch everything that they're in, so whatever. But I find it fascinating that they're complaining about a Boba Fett comic book, which probably won't sell very much. And of course they're attacking men and calling them dude bros because a lot of guys like Boba Fett. Boba Fett to me is nothing more than an empty suit costume with no real lines, no real purpose. His death should have been more fitting the pain and suffering he caused, I think. Instead of being just launched in the Sarlacc pit, there should have been a gunfight. You kill off, I mean, you've all seen Tombstone, right? You kill off the bad guy, like Wyatt Earp killed Curly Bill Brocious, or how Doc Holliday, hey Ezio, how Doc Holliday offed Johnny Ringo. I mean, that's how you do it. You don't, it's a Western, you do it that way. There has to be a thing going on, if you know what I mean. And I'm just not, I'm not feeling it. I'm really not. There are arguments. And I'm not feeling why they're pissed off about Boba Fett. If you don't like just don't. It's real easy. Just like if you see if someone posts something online, you don't like it or you don't like the poster, scroll past. You can do that. You don't have to sit and scream about it or try to cancel them. It's not difficult to do. But in this day and age, people have to make a scene. And that's what's going on. And these girls are making a scene. Really, I honestly don't think that the crying, ranting, and raving is going to make a difference. Bob Chapek doesn't have a Twitter account. Jon Favreau never posts anything on his, and neither actually does Filoni, except to say congratulations. So I really don't think they're paying attention to Twitter. Again, like I've said, Twitter is the smallest, least of the big three social media platforms. And I really think after this election, it's probably going to die. I mean, that's just my opinion. In fact, once it's over, once all this shit's over, and we get, Jon Favreau or whoever's going to take over for Kennedy in place, I'm just going to tell people, you want to find me, go on Facebook. I'll friend you on Facebook. You'll find me on my channel. I have Google Hangouts, but I'm not, I'm Twitter does need to die. But again, these girls, that's where they live. They used to be on Tumblr. They should go back. You know, and I'm going to urge you guys to go and read that blog that Itchy put out there, because it's very telling. It's very telling, and it's going to be very interesting to see, you know, what happens when the reality bite, when reality hits the fan. You know, here's something for you guys to think about. If Doomcock is right, if all this stuff is happening, and the ST gets decanonized, they're already gone. Anybody who liked it is gone. And the people who still scream about it don't really have anything to scream about. Do they? Does Brian Young? Does Geek Girl Diva? I mean, they weren't there. They don't do their jobs because they love Star Wars. They're activists, and that's the problem. You cannot be a Star Wars fan and be an activist. You cannot work on Star Wars and be an activist and make good Star Wars. There you go. It's got to come from love. And these girls who are bitching, hashtag Star Wars hates women, aren't Star Wars fans. They're just not. If you're only there to get your validation, and Leia's not good enough, wow, really? Really? What's wrong with you? Oh, there's that. Yeah, I mean, you know, they can't sell Kyle Ron figures. I know that Hasbro's making one that's not out for sale yet, or that's at least what I saw on eBay. I don't want it. I don't see it getting. You know, Frank, I don't know. The woman who wrote Twilight's writing 3 more novels. So maybe they'll just go and read those shitty books. I mean, and leave us alone. Please go away. You know, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm just watching going, they are sad, but think about it. That's what they're taught. They're taught to hate men. They're taught to be afraid of heterosexual sex. Greatest thing in the world. They're taught to not trust men. I have a whole idea on this that I'm going to do tomorrow about feminists and fearing alpha males. It should be a doozy. It should be really fun to do. Because, and I'm going to use some scenes from The Empire Strikes Back. They go after the most desirable man because they're afraid of either they're afraid of him because they want him, or they're afraid that he would reject them. It's one or the other. You've all seen some of these women. Of course that guy would reject you. He can have any woman he wants. Why would he want your fat ass? You know? I mean, think about it. I just go, whatever. Anyway, I just kind of wanted to stop by real quick. I know this is going to be short. I wish I had stayed on here a little longer, but I'm really kind of tired, and I already did 2 videos. So please, hey Brendan. No, Brian Fuller, sorry, calling you Brendan. No, they don't. They don't know Star Wars lore. They're only there to get validated. They're only there to ruin it, and because they hate men, so they want to take it from men. The beta males that follow them around, like Jason Ward and Outlaw Noah and all the rest of this shit, you know, they only virtue signal, chirp like a cricket. They only do that because they want to get laid. And they think acting like a complete, you know, spineless little prick is the way to do it. I don't know why, but that's, you know, the thing. You know, again, and I've said this before, listen closely. A real man does, he doesn't say. Okay? And if he does say something that he's going to do it, then he does it. Okay? When you look at the way the men of that movement treat women. It's very interesting to me because they treat women, their wives, their girlfriends, like shit. If you disagree with them, they personally attack you. That's my problem right now with my little friend. Again, they will single a woman who doesn't agree out. I don't mind. I'm not being a victim. I'm taking care of the problem. Okay. And it should be pretty interesting to see because it's not going to be pleasant. Let's put it that way. I, you know, the worst thing they could have done was call me, and I've got a phone number. All right, from back a long time ago. Your smartphone says everything. Don't call me. I'm talking to you on my smartphone. All right. Anyway, so just wanted to talk about a little bit about this. And I'm going to do that video about why these feminists hate alpha males and why they're afraid of normal, healthy, heterosexual sex, because it's intriguing to me. I don't know why. Anyway, this is Steph, signing out. I'll see you around the galaxy. I got dinner to make.